What's up, guys? Welcome, Car Talk. This one is called Starting Today. I think nobody's allowed to say that they know what's going on. I mean, you can if you want, but maybe it is the cigarettes. The reason I can't catch my breath, or it's not that I can't catch my breath, it's just I feel like I'm huffing and puffing a lot lately. Shoot. Forgot who said it, but dang, maybe it is the tobacco. So yeah, I was just listening to Jamie Walden. He has a guest on. They're live, and he was even saying how the Sean Ryan show is like a funnel for the people who went all media. So they would be like Alex Jones, like Joe Rogan, Donald Trump, like this whole MAGA crowd, alt media loving. It's like they had to have a net underneath them to catch them in another media outlet that was like part of the alt media news, but it was still mainstream, even though people didn't know that it was. It was all planned, it seems, or maybe just kind of happened that way, because I think a lot of the reality people create it for themselves. Somebody had said that doesn't think Donald is stupid. No, I don't think he is. I think he's it's just like a different type of human. It's like a different type of human. He's definitely not stupid. Homeless guy. Let's see if I have any cash. Oh, you're lucky. I only got fives. We'll do you too. Thanks. You too. But yeah. So Jamie Walden suggested, or maybe the other gentleman suggested, that the Sean Ryan show is it's like another safety net media underneath the alt media followers, which has become far more popular in the past several years. And it's possible. But what I think also is interesting, I'm not taking back what I said last night about it. Dang, car, get it. Even he wants to go into hiding. Like, he just wants to basically just hunker down with his family and just basically go into hiding. So even if Sean Ryan was the final frontier for the alt media echo chamber, even he said he's about to be done, just take his wife and kids and just sit this thing out, go into hiding. Hello. It's funny when 20 people come into the chat. Where are y'all coming from? Where'd you find the chat? I'm just out and about. I'm in Austin, Texas. This is where I live. I live just south of Austin, Texas. Pretty slow day today. I just had one haircut. It's a referral from an existing client. It's cold here. When it's cold, people get paralyzed. They don't want to do anything. It's funny. I don't know if this is happening everywhere, but people do what people do. It, to me, gives evidence for the Holy Spirit and or the AI spirit in people, right? It's people really do what people do. So for example, as a hairdresser, people book ahead. I'm a high-end hairdresser. People don't really book ahead anymore, and I get it, because you don't know what that week is going to be like, especially with the nature of the world. You don't really know what the week is going to bring. So it's on a weekly basis. If it feels like a safe enough week, you can maybe get your hair done. You think you want to get your hair done. So, but it's like everybody does it like at the same time. So what I'm saying is like it'll be dead for 3 days. And then once the phone starts ringing with people booking appointments, like once I get one, I know I'm about to get 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. It's just a weird phenomenon, just the way it goes now. It's like everyone's got the same idea. It's like they're thinking on a wavelength that's very similar. And wasn't always like this. So I actually downloaded DoorDash because I don't want to just sit around, since like if no one feels like getting their hair done, I don't want to just not work. So I've done that several times now and I really like it. The only thing is like my body rejects traffic. I get a backache, which I'm getting right now because I'm sitting in bumper to bumper because they're doing construction. The feeder roads are like getting really skinny. You have to like merge lanes. And even though I'm not stressed out in my mind, my body doesn't, like my body completely rejects traffic. I can feel it. It's like this terrible backache in just like this one part of my back. Like the top right part of my back just starts to like, like I want to stretch it or want someone to like step on my back. It hurts. And it's only when I'm sitting in traffic. It's so weird. Oh, there's the Imperfect Food bus. Did you ever order from Imperfect Foods? I did one time. Like, it wasn't my idea, it was my boyfriend's idea at the time. And the produce was weird. It was like Franken produce, because some of it would go bad right away and some of it would go bad like never. So I felt like Imperfect Produce was just like all their guinea pig produce for all the GMO testing. But naturally it's popular in Austin because it's a major metro city and it's all full of hippies and stuff. So I'm like, oh, those poor ugly carrots, we'll eat them. It's like they're mutant carrots because they're just experimental food and they have to get rid of it. That was my experience with Imperfect Foods. It was just what I thought. But yeah, I feel like starting today, this is what's in the Holy Spirit. Nobody can say they know what's going on. Extended car warranty. You know, Randy Kramer, he's like he's not even super active right now, but he still sends out emails. He sent out an email that was like, we're just days away now from the alien invasion. And I used to sit on panels with Randy Kramer back in the day, and people would debate about the alien invasion, and they were like, the other side, they were like, well, no, we can't do it because the religious people are going to freak out. And I'm such a dictator. I was always like, who gives a, like just rip the Band-Aid off. This was in like 2018. But they were like, no, the religious people, they're going to freak out. And I'm like, who are these people? Like, what? They felt like, and who knows what the answer was, but it didn't happen for a long time. Even if it happened tomorrow, I would say, wow, like, it really didn't happen for a long time because we were sitting on the edge of an alien invasion back in 2018. Because that was like the biggest topic that year was like, should they do it? Should we have Project Bluebeam, like a fake one? Should we test things out? Like, as if it's up to them. I think it was, because I think a lot of these people in ufology are the aliens themselves, the black ops people themselves. But I just couldn't understand it at the time because I was just like, are you serious? Like, who is that freaking wimpy? Plus in the 90s, like, all he did was talk about aliens in the 90s, alien abductions, X-Files. I was like, are you serious? You're like so worried about what the weakest portion of the human race is. So crazy, right? I'm supposed to be like this nice person, but like I've always been such a dictator. Even as a teenager, I did a social experiment in Boston, and I was the only one in the class that came up as a dictator. And obviously people looked at me like I was Hitler, but I was like this like blonde, smiling 16-year-old kid. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll take it. It is what it is. But all the other kids were looking at me like I was literally Hitler because I got dictator. And I was like, well, I'm not going to change my mind because, like, I did this whole, like, week-long social experiment to figure it out. So I'm not just going to, like, go back on, like, everything I am just to not come up as a dictator leadership style. Shoot, okay, I'll take it. I'm a dictator. Always have been. And it came out in these panels of the ufology, like, rip the Band-Aid off. Are you serious? You're worried about the weakest link in society getting freaked out over an alien invasion? So since then, you know, they've seeded the consciousness with a lot. People are really ready for an alien invasion. And beyond ready for anything, nobody can say they know what's going on anymore. Because it's really, you'll know what's going on when you see it in the sky. Oh, they're African-American ops, not black ops. I still call African-Americans black people because I feel like when I call them African-Americans, I sound more racist. Like, I'm so worried about how they perceive. I think, like, it's like the term racism is dying. Racist, racist. It's like, no, maybe he's just observant. He collects data. It's also, like, funny way to relate to people is like whatever race you are. You know that black guy that's like, white women ain't scared of shit. I could say he's racist. So racist. But no, he's right. White women ain't scared of shit. He's like, you know, the biggest survivors are gonna be them white women and living out of their minivans. I could say racist, or I could say, yeah, he's right. Because white women ain't scared of shit. Actually, the funniest interaction when I was home in Saratoga Springs, I was at a Trotters, the bar, with my dad, because we, like, rolled up to go to an Indian restaurant, and this dude was like, you hit my friend's truck. So, like, come buy us some beer. And he's like, I did? He's like, yeah, okay, like, maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but okay, I'll come in and buy you and your buddy some beers, say sorry for hitting his truck. And he's like, I don't care, it's like a work truck, whatever. And, then I was just like, I was analyzing this dude, because he was like ultra confident. I'm like, where does this confidence come from? I'm like, what? Yes, I'm racist. I'm like, what race is this dude? And then finally I was like, are you Jewish? And he was like, no. Like, the way he said it was like, no way, I'm not Jewish. And he's like, what are you, anti-Semitic? And I was like, no, dude. I was like, but I think you are. Like, you were just so offended that I thought you were Jewish. So who's the real anti-Semite here? And then we were just laughing so hard because it's so silly and so funny. It's funny to be racist, it's funny to be anti-Semitic, and it's funny to point out the absurdities that are like blanket personalities within the, you know, different groups of people types. So, yeah, I'm about to get to, I don't know why I'm talking so much this past couple days. So annoying. You kind of just, like, want the sky to fall. Just, like, just freaking rip the Band-Aid off. It's so annoying. But just today, no one can say they know what's going on, and that's a good thing. Like, we've reached this... We've tipped over a critical mass of, like, really everyone's ready to go. So you kind of just wish it would happen because anticipating it is, like, getting exhausting. Ugh, so annoying. So yeah, I think I'm about to get, well, I don't think, I'm about to get to the supplier. So that's it. That's that for now. Good God, unless I get freaking lose my shit over something else at some point. I'm going nuts. But I'm not nuts. I'm like, find finding my marbles, not losing my marbles. I'm finding my marbles, and it's making it seem like I'm losing my marbles in the process. When in fact, I'm just, I don't know, fired up, annoyed, like shocked, like annoyed. All right, check you later. Have a beautiful day.